Good evening, Crimson Tide Nation, and welcome to the 30th edition of Crimson Tide Live, all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football and the Voice of College Football @Twitter account, where we'll be going over our takes on the recruiting battle and quarterback battles, because today's show is basically a battle royale, so to speak, and we go over our take on college basketball as well. What do we need to do to get to the Final Four? We'll be going over all that all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football. We apologize for the late start. We were dealing with some technical difficulties, but luckily we've got that nipped in the bud, so all squared away. And let me tell you something, folks. You'll be in for a wild ride. How you doing today, good buddy?
Doing good, doing well, doing well. I got the game on behind me. It's Alabama, Maryland in the NCAA women's basketball tournament, and it's in overtime. So I'll keep turning my head, trying to keep us updated. But all is good. All is good.
Life is good. Life is good.
Life is good. Yeah.
Especially when we got the 30th edition all set, ready, and rocking and rolling for all of you tuning in.
Oh, hard to believe. Maryland's up now, 85-83. So,
yeah, well, they don't have that Cinderella magic like they did for men's basketball last night. So,
yeah. So we'll hope they can hang and keep it close and find a way to win in the end.
There you go. On the road again. Well,
what did you think about that? What did you think about it? Oh, go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. But before we start with that first topic, we'd like to invite you to become a YouTube member for Alabama with the Voice of College Football. And for $2.99 a month, you can become a Crimson Faithful member for $2.99. And you get loyalty badges next to your name, custom emojis to use in the chat, and you get a member shout out for every time you comment on a live show for Crimson Tide Live. For $4.99 a month, you can hang out with us with yours truly, Jackson Johnson, Jeff Reed Only Talk Sports, Coach Burtz, Manny Wilson, Brady Quoto, and you get priority replies to comments. And for $9.99 a month, you can become a Bear Bryant legend. And what that means is you can give out content requests of any kind, and you can connect on social media with us. And neither rain, nor sleet, nor snow, nor any bad weather, nor pollen, nor ragweeds will put a stop to us from fulfilling your request for Alabama with the Voice of College Football. We will not let it put a stop to us creating that content request for you. And we will send the invite chat in just a little bit. And in the meantime, we got Disputed National Champions, College Football's Historical 1990s Reset, written by Mark Rogers himself. Tonight, Mark will be coming on Corn Nation from SB Nation, where he will be discussing his book. I'll put the link of that episode in just a little bit. And you'll learn about what happened during the 90s, how decade changed sport, why the championship results should be questioned, how to critically think through the scenarios, and appreciate the accomplishments of teams that are not recognized as champions. This book provides an in-depth analysis of the changes, controversies, and outcomes that defined the decade. It challenges readers to explore and critically evaluate the decisions that shaped the national championship landscape. Unlock the mysteries of college football's most debated decade. Grab your copy now. There we go. I mean, the Easter Bagel and the Easter Bunny are teaming up to get everyone loads and loads of copies of this book, especially for 4/20, which is this year's date for Easter.
Ooh. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's an interesting date in history.
Yep. But speaking of, you want to start the show off with something, Coach. You're discussing a little bit about college basketball. Like, we had some good days. Like, Friday, we dodged a bullet. I mean, we didn't have Grant Nelson, but luckily he came back Sunday, and it was huge right there. That was a huge
win. Yeah. Two really good games. I mean, it was it's the flow of the game, and I thought when the first game Alabama reached 90. I figured I really felt if they reached 90 they would definitely win that game, and they did. And then last night, I mean, they put together a pretty consistent game. St. Mary's struggled and didn't shoot well. I mean, kept it within reason and that kind of stuff. But it was a good game, and I felt like last night the scoring was evenly distributed, and so biggest problem last night was turnovers. I had a lot of just silly turnovers, but fix that problem. So it's looking good toward BYU. That'll be a tough game. It'll be tough, but if you look at who Alabama's played comparative, I mean, Alabama beat Houston. Houston's kind of had their way with BYU, and so it'll come down to with Alabama if they can light up the threes and get a rhythm on offense, and I think Sears, I think everything goes through him, and obviously BYU's going to try to shut him out and keep him in check, and so it'll be what he can generate, and then somebody's got to step up. And good news for Alabama is pretty consistent throughout the year. Somebody steps in and has a good game unexpectedly, and so I like their chances. And then who knows? You go Duke is the would be the next up probably. Who knows what's going to happen? There's always upsets, but they're where they want to be, Sweet 16, and look pretty good. I thought it was a good weekend for them.
And, it's the fourth time in 5 years that Alabama has been in the Sweet 16 under Nate Oates. That's amazing in of itself. Like, again, 10 years ago, that wasn't even possible.
No, nobody was dreaming that. So, yeah, I mean, that was it's been pretty good run and it's been consistent. There's the thing, the consistency. And the way everything works today, it's revolving rosters and that kind of stuff, and to consistently put yourself in this type of end of the season run speaks very well of the coaching. So coaching's in a good situation with Nate Oates. It's been a great run. Reminds me a lot of old Wimp and Sanderson in the good old days and all that kind of stuff. So he's doing a great job.
Oh, he's
I can't complain. Only thing I complain about is it's just it's just whack-a-mole. Everybody's arms everywhere and bumping, and pushing and shoving and that kind of stuff. I get frustrated when it seems like sometimes Alabama's living and dying on the three-pointer, and if
bad.
the thing is, if you miss 2 or 3 or 4 in a row, it kind of starts bleeding in, and the frustration starts bleeding into your teammates and everybody on the team, and then you get frustrated. And every now and then you can pull yourself out. Somebody gets a couple of good ones and that kind of stuff, but you live by the sword, die by it. And so Alabama, 3-point line and flogging them up, and it seems like there's always that one game where in critical points, so it's just not happening.
There we go. And we got a Roll Tide from Ballard Sports Media, and we give a Roll Tide roll right back. There we go. But a little stat that I saw from that St. Mary's game, it was the first time that St. Mary's has given up 80 points or more since 2022.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That's a lot of games.
That's
a lot of games.
Huge. Yeah, because they're not used to giving that much points up. It's like it takes.
And they're real methodical on offense, so they're going to run it down to the last second. They're not going. A lot of teams hurry up, and they're going to get a shot off in 4.3 seconds and that kind of stuff. And it doesn't matter what the shot at 3 from half court, but get the ball up in the air and it's that old Loyola Marymount, the run and gun and tire the other team out. And that kind of stuff. But then you go to St. Mary's, and they're going to slow it down. They're going to be real methodical. They're going to run it right down to the last second. So yeah, makes it difficult to get, a lot of points on the board, and it's worked for them. But Alabama, did what they normally do. They're going to push it, and they're not going to spend a lot of time. They're going to create offense and go from there.
I'm just like looking at the stats, like, when the last time St. Mary's gave up 80 points or more, they gave up 82 points against Gonzaga in the 2022 West Coast Conference Championship on March 8th, 2022. That was the last time since prior to Sunday night.
Yeah.
That's huge in of itself. You don't see that all the time.
No, and Gonzaga,
you call them whatever they want. Like,
that's a really, really, Mark Few's done a great job with that program. And so, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good mark.
True.
So Alabama did a good job with regard to, but early turnovers and frustration with regard to that. But, we'll see what happens next. Bottom line is survive and advance. Oh, Jim Valvano, survive and advance. Just win the game.
Man. I have to tell you.
King Stallings used to say, ain't no such thing as an ugly win. A win is a win.
There you go.
So we're in a good situation, very good situation. Top 16, and I know they're favored 3, 4, 5 points. So good situation for them to be in. Let's see if they, cash in the opportunity. Then who knows? And then once you get to the Elite Eight, it comes down to the team getting hot.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say that it's always that. No, sometimes best team is going, they're the ones that are, a lot of people have watched enough basketball through the course of the season. But every now and then, like, North Carolina State, survive and advance, team gets hot at the right time, and everybody believes. And, we got the kumbaya and all that kind of stuff. And so maybe Alabama can get one of those, and somebody might get it, but hopefully it'll be Alabama.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet if we can get our second ever trip to the Final Four in school history. Like that'd be sweet.
That's hard to believe.
And we appreciate the shout out from Clay Mike, friend of the Voice College Football Network, giving a shout out. Say, Bama fans, tap in with my guy Jackson VOCFP. That's me. Me and Coach Burtz, and we usually have Jeffrey at On Talk Sports, but he has been given the bat signal tonight, so it's he's not here, but he is back. He will be back Thursday night taking your calls on the Alabama Call-In Show, and of course, Coach Burtz is checking out the updates on Alabama Maryland women's basketball. What is the score on there?
There's 27 seconds left. Alabama's got the ball. It's 95-93 Maryland. And so got to get some points right here. So Alabama's inbounding the ball. So down to the wire. Looking like it may go second overtime. So anyway.
All righty. Well,
Alabama.
Well, we got a lot of learning. We've got a lot of learning to do about BYU, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Thing is, though, we're going to be the first game playing on Thursday night for the Sweet 16.
Yeah, 6 o'clock. Isn't that a 6 o'clock tip off? If I saw it correctly.
That's correct, good buddy. And BYU is ranked 8th in adjusted offensive efficiency. We're ranked 4th in offensive efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but then look at the defense, Jack.
Yeah,
the defense. Alabama obviously will have a good offensive numbers, but it comes down to the defense. So how does that measure out? I'd scanned it earlier today, but I can't really remember.
There we go. Oh man, so that was a huge win they got against Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin, tough team. Strong.
Not tough enough.
Yeah.
They're the only Big Ten team that lost.
We're 8 seconds, and we got an official review.
Uh-oh.
It's not looking good.
But on the upside, let's look at. Okay, so BYU is 27th in 3-point shooting percentage, and they're ranked number 5 nationally in 2-point shooting percentage.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is 72nd in adjusted defensive efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And behind the arc, they're 249th. The 2-point defense, 112th. Well, that's good for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And their turnover percentage is 191st. So I think we should feel pretty good about this. I like it.
Yeah. It'll be tough, and I've listened to a lot of the commentators that study it a lot more than me, and they've been pretty high on BYU. So I know Alabama will take it serious, and it'll be a great matchup, and see who gets off to a good start and stays consistent, and see how Alabama goes with the threes. They're gonna flog them up. They're gonna flog them up. Well, who's got the ball? I guess they're going to give it to Maryland. I don't know. Another timeout. 95-93 Maryland.
Yeah.
This will be one Alabama let slip away, because they were up like 12, 14, 15, and
Oh yeah.
got a little sloppy.
Oh yeah. Well, and what are we at? Like what we'll have to do is really look at what we got to do against Duke or Arizona. Arizona. That's right.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking Oregon for some reason, but it's not.
Yeah.
So I'm so used to Arizona just choking it away in March. They always do. They're a disaster. Yeah. They're just a disgrace.
Yeah. Well, you just got to show up. You just got to come to play and let the get a good rhythm, get a good vibe, keep the energy, and let it go from there. All right, let's see who. All right, Maryland's got the ball, so Alabama's going to have to foul. All right, so now they're going to have to make both free throws. Timeout. And we got a timeout. So
and obviously we do have to work on that defense in order to get to the Final Four. Like if we can beat BYU, which it looks like we should, we got a good chance of doing it on Thursday night.
We got a good chance. It comes down to matchups now. Obviously, when you're looking at matchups, we talked about the Florida game. Alabama lost Grant Nelson, did not match up very well afterwards, and so a lot of times it's not so much percentages. You can, and I know Las Vegas, they're all on reading those percentages and free throw percentages and defensive consistency, rebounding, and throw all that. But then sometimes it just comes down to dang matchups. How does our back line, forwards and center, how do we match up against theirs? Do they have a lot of size, a little more size than us? How do we match up? Can they put a 6'4", 5", quick little guard on Mark Sears, who's a little shorter, and affect the game? So sometimes it's going to come down to matchups, individual matchups, and so don't know enough until you've seen them head to head, in which we haven't seen us. Now we know comparisons against Houston, and they struggled against Houston, but still, you can. It just sometimes you can't go by percentages and numbers. You got to go by head-to-head matchups. How do we stack up against man-to-man? And you don't really realize that until the game gets started.
Like, part of me is just pulling for Arizona to pull off that upset over Duke. But on the other hand, I do want us to go up against Duke to get that upset over them. Clifford Flagg scares crap out of me. I just got to tell you, it's like, oof, he'll chew you up like a chicken nugget if you mess around with him.
And you want to get to part of playing, you want to get to that matchup. All right, we heard all this great stuff and then earth-shattering stuff and the greatest of all time, and so a lot of teams, hey, let's just get to the matchup. Let's just get our way there, and then we'll see what happens. Who knows? So bottom line, let's just get, we got to get through BYU, get to Duke, and then who knows? Who thought we'd get to the Final Four last year?
I just hope we don't go against Florida in the Final Four because like Florida's just
3-point game. Alabama's got to hit a 3. 3, 2, short.
no, just a bit outside, just a bit outside. But yeah, I'll tell you who I'd like to go against. Like for Bama to go against Final Four, Arkansas. That'd be cool. Go against Cal Park.
They called a foul. Jay Barker's daughter is going to the line for 3 shots. She makes all 3. Second overtime.
There we go. So, but yeah, it would be pretty cool if we go against Kentucky or Tennessee in the Final Four. That'd be sweet. And we play like Auburn for the Natty. Like,
well, we can keep dreaming.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
That'd be nice, though.
Now Tennessee's got Kentucky, right?
Mm-hmm. Sweet 16.
In that one.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a foul. She got fouled. That's a good call.
There we go.
Barker's going to the line for 3.
Well, before we get to our next topic, we got a little sponsor.
All right.
Well, you can get your business, product, service, or personal brand to the next level by partnering with the Voice of College Football. And let's discuss how you can reach your target market. Contact us at sponsorships at Voice College Football today. Stay tuned. Well, we got quite a battle.
She is going to the line for 3 with 0.7. Got to make that first one, though. Got to make that first one. That's a lot of pressure. Come on, girl. Make Daddy. Sarah Ashley Barker. Make Jay happy. Right there. Looks good. Yes. And now we done. She got 2 more, Jack.
There you go.
I think our audience will be okay with us taking a look at this. It's live. Can't be an Alabama fan if you're not going to be interested in this. All right, here's number 2. Bam. Nothing but net. Come on, girl. One more. Deep breath. Deep breath. Boom. I think she's got it. She's a good player. I think she's got around 30 points. You got it, girl.
Oh, we're tied. There we go.
Come on. Got it. Got it. All 3. Nothing but net. That is. Don't foul her. There we go. Oh, second overtime, buddy.
There you go.
Oh, Lord forgive us. We got to be an Alabama fan in everything. I don't care if it's swimming, tennis. I don't give a flip what it is. We pulling for all of it.
There we go.
Hey, what you reading on these quarterbacks, man? Anything
well, glad you asked, good buddy.
Yeah,
because one of our starting centers,
Brailsford,
is he's really impressed with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and matter of fact, our buddy Mark Rogers talked with Stephen M. Smith today. Shout out to our buddy Stephen M. from the Bama Standard Network and the Pale City Football. He does a great job with the social media for Pale City Football. And I just got to say that he and Mark talked a little bit about the quarterback battles. And I was pretty impressed with it, and it was pretty cool. Like we're getting things rocking and rolling, and like Austin Mack, he's just like you think he's that forgotten child, but really and truly, he's letting everybody know, hey, y'all got one other quarterback. It's not just Keelan Russell and Ty Simpson. You got me as well.
Yeah,
he's just like stepping up his game, and.
He's only a sophomore. He's only a sophomore. He's going into sophomore season. I'm gonna predict this, Jack. Now, like Saban, I think going in it's gonna be Simpson. And we've had some, seemed like for a lot of the Saban years, we always had quarterback, competition, because I mean, he's recruiting the best. You're bringing in the best players, and it's hard to make a prediction. And proofs on the field until they get out there under the the bright lights, and it's the real stuff, not practice. And everybody can be a practice All-American, but can you perform in the clutch and that kind of stuff? And so I think it's going to be Simpson going in, start the season. I think it is going to be him. I've heard great things about him his entire couple of years down there, and I think he's got good speed, good arm, and so I think in the end, I think he'll be the one. Now, obviously, first 2 or 3 games, we'll see if he, how successful, and then who knows what happens after that. But I think DeBoer will follow Saban's pattern, and it may be DeBoer's pattern too. Is go with the the guy was number 2 last year. Why all of a sudden would he not be number 2 or number 1? Excuse me, and just move up the hierarchy and give him a shot. See what happens. And then if he gets in the game, many times a lot of Cooper Bateman, people at Alabama, all of these former quarterbacks came in under the hype and got the opportunity, and everything didn't work out well at the time, and then go from there. But I think he's the guy. It's got to go through him.
Yeah. Yeah, because
no knock on any other quarterbacks, but I think he's the guy. He was number 2. He should be first up. I mean, Austin Mack was there. He was not, Ty Simpson was number 2 all last year. So,
yeah,
he's first up.
Would you compare this, like, which quarterback battle, like, from all the years of watching college football and Alabama football, which would you compare this year's edition of the quarterback battle for Alabama, like, to say 2011, 2016? Like, what year would you compare it to exactly?
I would look at it. I don't know, the Jake Coker. What year was that?
That was the 2015 season.
Was it Jake and Blake Sims?
Yeah. That was 2014. Yeah, because like everybody assumed Coker was going to be the starter right away, but then Blake Sims became the starter.
Yeah, and then Coker, he was a transfer from Florida State, if I remember. Yep. But I remember that one, and then he was a Mobile guy. He was an Alabama guy, and was at Florida State. He was backup for Jameis Winston. Florida State had 2 Alabama guys, Jameis Winston and Jake Coker, and then he transferred in. And I remember that, and then I was proud to see that things worked out for him, because he was really underrated as far as when the battle began and that kind of stuff, and then stepped up and was did a really, really good job. He was a surprise. So I'm always kind of leaning toward stories like that. I know Andrew Zhao, we had so many way back when, and
2000.
Blake Barnett, Cooper Bateman, all these people that came in with all this, these accolades, and were given the opportunity, and then boom, didn't work out too well. And then, you had Jalen Hurts, and the opposite of that, Jalen Hurts came in. I think that was a Southern Cal game. Blake Barnett was a quarterback, and then they pulled in Jalen. I don't know if he was a true I think he was a redshirt freshman, and I mean, it was just phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal. Wound up being the quarterback and all SEC and all of that, and then boom, go to the Tua. I mean, there's been some good ones. Go to the Tua and Jalen Hurts scenario, and then Tua comes in, wins the national championship against Georgia. Then the next year, Tua's out, and here comes Jalen. So, oh man, just crazy stuff. And I mean, epic battles. So I don't know if I can name one. I do remember way back, really enjoying the Coker storyline coming in from Florida State and doing a good job for us and that scenario. 101, 98.
There we go.
Still cooking.
Miss Barker stepping it up.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, yeah, it was like I was impressed that like Jake Coker like toughed it out. Like that was the impressive part. You know, he didn't he toughed it out for 2015. I thought that was cool. But yeah, Zal, like I remember looking back at it that like 2000, that was a terrible year. But Andrew Zal like came back in late into 2001. We defeated Auburn, upset them. So it's like, oh man, it's like, man, that was
DeBose?
No, that was Dennis Franchione in 2001.
Franchione, yeah, and I was at that Auburn game down there, and it was it was a running back. Oh gosh, I cannot believe I'm getting old. But it was at Auburn, and we came in, and I mean, I was there in the stadium, and Auburn, it just, and then Alabama just came out of nowhere and beat Auburn that season. And Franchione got to Texas A&M, whatever, and
Karma got Franchione.
Yeah, Karma got
Oklahoma. Oklahoma destroyed the 77-0. Like, oh my God, that was glorious. It's like, oh, you defeated Texas 2 straight years. Yeah, you still got to go.
Yeah.
Why do we not win?
He was sitting in a great situation in Alabama, had a chance to really do some special things. No, I got to go to Texas A&M.
I guess it turned
out too well.
He should have toughed it out against that moron Phil Farmer. But anywho, that's another history lesson for another day.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, our QB issue, like and you know, this is something I've been wondering for several weeks, and I'm going to continue to wonder this during the continuation of the off season and this spring. But I wonder if we're going to be seeing Simpson just like come in for the first few games of the season, and then we see Russell step in at like game 6 or 7 of the season.
Well, you know, bottom line is going to be you got to prove, you got to put some numbers up, and so we'll see what Simpson, you know, if his numbers are good, he's going to be there. If he's puts it up and you can't take him out, and yeah, we can give, you know, you can create a package for these great guys and stuff like that. And I have no problem, you know, create a package and let them, you know, do what they can do. But at the same token, you got in the crunch, you got to have the guy that can produce in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line. You got to have that guy. And if you want to create a package for, you know, Keelan Russell, then that's fine. Austin Mack, that's fine. But at the end of the game, you got to have, you know, the guy who is your guy. And if Simpson starts playing and puts up the numbers and proves that he's got what it takes, and got to give it to him.
Exactly.
I don't mind packages and showcasing and letting, you know, that puts pressure on the defense. But in the end, if you got a starting quarterback and he's producing, you know, all you're going to do if you start mixing them around, you're just going to create controversy. It's confusing for the players.
Oh yeah,
that's the worst part. You know, fans are, you know, whatever, but the players, they got to know. And usually the players know. And when you're in practice, all right, during the spring and the fall, you know who's the man. You know what I'm saying? You know who's that quarterback should be out there. There's no doubt. Players know.
Oh yeah. Like the players will know it, but I don't think we'll get much of an answer until fall camp or like the end of it. Like, cause we'll know by then on who's going to be the starter. I don't think there's going to be like an announcement until I'd say either the week before or the week of Florida State for week 1 of the 2025 season. We'll know by that time. I don't think we're going to get an
here's a little added caveat to that. If somebody really stands out in the spring, I mean, if Simpson proves that, you know, because players already have respect for him because, I mean, he was a backup quarterback and he's been there a while. So if he comes out of the spring and he's, you know, players are going to know and he's a guy, then name him. Go ahead. Why wait? Why, you know, add fuel to the whatever, the chaos? Go ahead and name it. But yeah, like you said, if you're unsure and you need a little more proof, a little more evidence, more practice, see how they perform in critical situations, then yeah, wait till the fall. And Alabama's done that, Saban's done that, and so other coaches have done that. But we'll see what DeBoer, and we'll see how it works for Simpson. If he proves it in the spring, then go ahead and name him.
Oh yeah,
Get out of the way, no controversy going in the fall. This is our quarterback. This is the way it's going to be.
agree.
Best thing you can do is eliminate any doubt as soon as you can, but the player has to be the one to eliminate the doubt, not the coaches. And if you do that as a player, then coaches realize it, they know, and we move on.
Exactly. And we've got another position battle. That's that left guard. So that's going to be quite a cluster. Well, for right now. So, oh yeah. So Tyler Booker was there last year. He's in the NFL draft. Get out of there, ads. And we got Gino Vandermark, Cam Dewberry, Olos Alanen are the names for now.
Yeah.
And
Dewberry's transferring from Texas A&M, right?
Yep.
All right. Vandermark, he played for us last year, so we have some tape and we have some whatever of I would say depth chart. I would figure right now probably he's number one, and then the two. I know Dewberry. Is that the right name, Dewberry?
Dewberry.
I know he came in from Texas A&M, so yeah. So there'll be there's competition there. So and that's the deal with spring. It's competition everywhere. You just don't walk in and have you can't be. I know a lot of these people think he's a 2-year starter and he's got the job or whatever. No, as a player, going in, you got to live every day. Step up every day. So we'll see. But it's good to have that competition, and we'll see. But I would say right now, Vandermark's probably, a little step up. We got 28 seconds. Maryland's got the ball. Alabama's going to foul. 108, 106.
Oh, there we go. Like we're doing all right.
Yeah. Hey, Jack. I remember I was at, of course, I grew up in Hartselle in Alabama, North Alabama. And I remember they had started girls basketball. I want to say that started. It may have already been there, but I went to season opening girls basketball game when I was in junior high. This was in the mid 70s. You know what the final score was?
Wow.
6-4. And I'm looking over here. All right, it's 100. It's 108 to 106. It was 6-4.
They're trying to catch up. Ooh,
they are. They're there. They closed the gap. All right, 109, 106, 27.
There we go.
Yeah,
and if you're watching this on clips on Alabama with the Voice of College Football, this is from Monday, March 24th, 2025. So it's like, don't worry, your dates are correct. So it's Johnny Coach Burt's is reacting to Alabama Maryland, which was well, we're live on March 24th, but this is so it's like when you get the clip version of this, you're seeing them react to it. So it's like that. It's a good one, trust me.
Yeah,
but
109, 108, 15 seconds. That's a good one. I can't stop looking, Jack. I got to keep up.
Can't blame you.
Can't blame you.
There you go.
110.
Now that left guard position, as Justin Smith brings up a good point, that's going to be a top position to really monitor on A-Day on April 12th.
Yeah.
So it's like we really have to nip that in the bud.
Yeah. They still do the beans and the steak and beans, the winter. Remember way back when Coach Bryant used to do the old, and I know a lot of coaches kept the tradition, but the winners of the A-Day game would get steak and the loser would get beans.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Something to really think
after
of.
the game, the winners get a steak and the losers get some beans.
There we go. Well, but yeah, we definitely have to make sure we got a good left guard, because I mean, it's like, yeah, you gotta have your quarterback, but you always need to make sure you got your offensive line protecting you.
Yeah, and that was a critical problem for us last year. So obviously we've got to see a lot of improvement on that offensive line. A lot. I mean, I felt, as anybody that's watched our show, I don't put a lot. I mean, Jalen Milroe had problems and stuff. I thought at times he bailed a lot or too early in the pocket. Thought he should have got the ball, delivered the ball quicker, release it quicker. But that offensive line was it was a disaster. And so that's the biggest improvement on Alabama's got to be the offensive line. And they need to really be, get down and dirty with those guys.
Yeah, because I mean, we better have that figured out.
Exactly.
Right now.
We got to have the right people out there. I thought our offensive line was too slow. Other than center, I thought Brailsford, played very well. I thought he would have been the MVP for me on the offensive line. But the rest of it, I mean, it was not very good, not championship caliber, not even close. It really had an impact on Milroe and his performance.
Oof, agreed. I mean,
it was awful.
Yeah, because like we gotta get that taken care of, like, because we don't want our quarterbacks getting hurt. We don't want to have a situation where it's, our starting QB's hurt, then our backup QB gets hurt, then we gotta rely on third, fourth string. Like we want to be prepared. Don't get me wrong, but we don't want anybody getting hurt because our offensive line is such a cluster.
Yeah. And I mean, if you watch, and that had a big impact on Milroe and his, he had the jumpy feet. And I mean, gosh, so many times, bam, just, helmet right up under your chin and that kind of stuff, and blindside. And the left tackle for us was a nightmare. And so I'll be interested to see who's going to be the man over there. But it was a nightmare. And it's got that. I mean, there's got to be a ton of improvement on that offensive line. So that's where I'm most interested in.
I mean, it was like it was a nightmare, because it was like we were just getting messed up all over the place in like games such as against Oklahoma, Michigan, the ReliaQuest Bowl, Tennessee, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I mean, it was unpredictable. You couldn't trust what you were seeing. It was hit or miss. I mean, it was just, there was no continuity, no identity, anything like that. Oh, they got it. No. Maryland won.
Yeah, there's next year for women's basketball. We got the men's basketball.
Yeah, Alabama's going to hate that one. They let it get away.
Wow.
But anyway,
we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Good run. We haven't had this kind of season in a long time, so hopefully it'll help recruiting and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, tough.
And I'm looking at, for example, we allow 4 sacks against South Carolina, for example. Mm-hmm. Like we almost lost that game. Like we almost gave that game away. But
yeah,
we didn't.
And they were ugly sacks. There's a sack, and there's a sack where you're chasing the quarterback and you clip the legs and that kind of, but I mean, some of these were ugly. I mean, bam. And I'm like, dog, is he going to get up? I mean, there's so many blindside, the backside. And I'm like, I don't know, he crack his neck. I mean, there's vertebrae still there. So, I mean, it was a lot of them were just gruesome, and that just jacks other teams up. They see, South Carolina, and then the next thing you know, we're playing LSU's looking at, we'll attack right here, that kind of stuff. So it was ugly, nothing pretty about it. And by gosh, there better be some improvement there. I don't know who's coaching that offensive line. I think it's the same guy. I forgot. I know he's a coach, been around a lot, been all over, and but they got to have some improvement at offensive line, big time.
We have to. We have got to get it improved.
And but run the ball. And I didn't like, coming out, all of a sudden we're throwing it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, run the ball. I mean, we got Bam, Miller back there, and we got some good running backs, and we did not.
We got tackled for a loss 9 times against Oklahoma, and apparently they gave us 1 sack. So it's like they sacked us once. It was like. Like, oh my God, it's like,
well, I just don't like starting the game and all of a sudden you're just throwing it out there, throwing it here, throwing it there, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna start the game. I'm gonna run the ball. I mean, it's safer running the ball than throwing it. So if you can walk out, first thing I'm gonna do is see if I can establish a running game and then develop, the offense after that. But here we are. We come out. We're gonna do a little bubble screen. We're gonna throw the little RPO. We're gonna do this, do that, all this complicated stuff. Just boom. Can you whoop them up front? Give Miller the ball and let's go from there. But no, we gotta do all this other crap, and it didn't pan out too well.
Man,
never had an identity. Remember, we talked about this, Jack. Offense never developed an identity. Are we a running team? We're a throwing team? What are we? Never established that. But this guy, I'm going out there, and if I can run the ball, it's a lot safer to run the ball than it is to throw it. If I can run the ball, I'm going there first.
Yeah.
And I know we got all this recruitment. We got to have, all these, 5-star receivers, and they've got to have a certain number of touches and all that kind of stuff. But, bottom line is I'm going to run the ball first.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to let a player know if we can run the ball, we're going to run the ball. That's where we attack first. And if we can't run the ball, then we're going to be throwing it every down. But just starting off, all the RPO crap, I'm not going to do it.
No. It's like,
but, of course, that's why I'm sitting in my cellar and I'm not standing on the sideline in Tuscaloosa. And, so I got my 2 cents worth, and you can take that and, whatever.
There we go.
But that's just my old school philosophy.
There you go. All righty. We have some recruiting updates, and this just happened while we were live. So, offensive line 4-star Brandon Anderson, thank you for decommitting from Tennessee. Thank you. His top 5 are Alabama, Florida State, Missouri, Georgia, and Tennessee. So he's still got Tennessee on his little list, but I'm happy to see he's decommitted from Tennessee.
Where's he from?
Kennesaw, Georgia, high school, North Cobb.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Birmingham. I mean, not Birmingham, Atlanta area. Okay. No.
Here we go.
Let's see if we can get him away from Georgia.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's watch this young man, shall we?
All right.
For a little bit. And then we got more updates. Here we go. Oh, he's blocking. He's just there he is. Boom. Boom. Sorry, young man. This is my house now. That's what he's telling him. Boom.
Yeah.
He's just not. He's not.
Good hand leverage out front. Yeah. There he is up there. Out on the corner. Bam. Oh, that's a pancake. Here we are. Ride him. Yeah. Good hand. Good hands. Looks good balance.
There we go.
There we go.
Like,
get it, white boy.
There you go.
Get it, boy. Oh, yeah. Where is he? Up top. There he is. Going down inside. Linebacker. Oh. Yeah.
There you go.
Big body. Shifting off. There we go.
He's telling him it's time to go home. Oh, yeah. He's happy.
Yeah.
He's like, don't hate the player, hate the game, son.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Boom. Get that shoulder turn. Good. Good balance. He's got good, strong lower body. And then right there, that's, yeah.
Oh, he's not.
That was more upper body right there. There he is again. Yeah.
Oh man, there we
Good
go.
quick feet.
These are from his sophomore year in high school.
Yeah.
Like good grief. Kid's amazing. There we go. He's on the right.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good.
he's like,
Yeah.
get out of here. Get out of here.
Good down inside.
This is my house now. I'm
And you got
taking
that.
over.
They'll get after his stance, that right foot. He's got that right foot way back. So they'll correct that. Because, I
Boom.
mean, you want to be a little more balanced. I mean, he's protecting outside, but see right there, the counter tray, that little pull right there. All right, that's going to make it a little more difficult with him, for him. So I think they need to square him up a little bit with his footwork. I mean, with it, we see his step right there, Jack.
Yep.
See right there, your left side. So the left side right there is a little weaker because he's got the right foot back. So that's a little trouble on your balance with a power rusher. Which some of these defensive ends, high school, some of them are small and you can get away with that. But you get into college and you're going to keep, moving that foot back, then that's going to give you a balance problem. I mean, like right there, you can see that release off there. So that's going to give you a balance problem. So they'll correct that. Maybe, this year, high school, they'll change that for him.
There we go.
One thing they could do to help him is move him over here on the left side.
There we go.
And then he'll learn about that balance and alignment with the feet. See how cocked that is? Well, I don't know if that's him. See how cocked that is?
Yep.
So make an adjustment on that. But yeah, pretty good player. Good physicality, good upper body strength. So just got to work on the pace.
I'm so happy to see that this young man decommitted from the balls. Like you don't want. I mean, they got a good little doggy, but still, though, that's not good enough. You got that stench of Phil Farmer. That's bad. You don't want that.
And who wants to wear an orange jersey? I say orange is the ugliest color.
Well, I mean, the Clemson orange is better.
How many orange shirts you got there, Jack? I don't have any.
Not that many.
I don't know. Too many times I've gone into Belk's or whatever, and on the whatever, the buying shirts, you're gonna see a lot of orange shirts. So anyway,
there we go.
Yeah. So,
oh my God,
go to Tennessee and wear that ugly orange.
Nah, like no. And we got a young man who's a 4-star tight end. The man's name is Max Sutter. And we're going to pull up those little highlights in just a little bit.
Tall and lean. I like him. Kind of reminds me of Brock Bowers.
There we go.
Tall and lean. I like this. I've seen some tape on him.
There we go. Oh, man. Yeah, well, while we wait for the highlight to do its little magic, because oh man, it's just been technical difficulties all day so far, hasn't it?
Yeah. For us.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh man, little tight end dump. There we go.
Yeah, they play him a lot of different positions. That's good reversal with his feet, good hands. I know they play him at running or quarterback and tight end, and I know he plays a little on defense. And so, very good athlete. And Alabama needs somebody like him, a Brock Bowers type, tall. Put him out there on the like that right there. Put him out there, throw a few passes, that kind of stuff. So let him use that height. I mean, that'd be a cornerback nightmare right there. Somebody with that height. And then you can see right there is good and lean. He's out of California.
Yeah, he is a young man. Well, he's from Dunlap, Illinois High
School. Illinois, that's right. He's from Illinois, yeah. But yeah, he has great potential.
Ooh, he's good.
moves
He's
well.
really good.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of tape on him. So he's a good one. He's one that definitely would be a great possibility.
Oh man, he'd be a great get for Alabama. It's like,
Yeah, and typically Alabama tight ends have not been lean. Uh, More typically, they're big guys and used more blocking, and so it'd be great if they could take a tight end with a lot of versatility, and like Georgia was able to do with Bowers, move him all over the place, and good enough, big enough, strong enough that can block and be there, as a true tight end, but then also be able to isolate him outside one on one,
yeah,
put him out there and use that size and skill, and it's got pretty good speed too.
there we go.
Great. He's got a lot of people going to be interested in his services.
I know we are.
Yeah.
I'm already counting down to June 20th because that's when he's going to visit the Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
That's going to be sweet. Oh, he's a little defense. There you go, young man.
Mm-hmm.
Get that touchdown. Get it. There you go.
Yeah. He's all over. They put him in a lot of different, and this school there in Illinois uses him well.
There you go. I mean, well, he's
I mean,
lucky
look at
because
that.
he's
He's
hurt.
right there. He's a hard. He in high school 6'6". I mean, he's a nightmare if you put him out there at receiver. That's
Oh
a
man.
nightmare.
Oh man, we'll definitely have to make sure we get some of these
The average
classic.
high school defensive back is going to be about 5'9", 5'10", and there he is 6'6". But he's lean enough and got enough speed. He can get out there and be quick enough to get out there and make something happen.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. He's waiting. Oh, open slot. There we go.
Little back shoulder.
Open slot. Oh, there we go. He's got to run. There you go. He's making traffic. Boom. Like this is a very talented young man right there. So there you go. Me going for screen. Oh,
screen action out there. True tight end. Look at that. I mean, do you see that? Pretty good off the ball right there, blocking down.
He's doing a pretty good job playing QB. I love it. This young man is just full of magic.
Bootleg. Good feet, good speed.
Oh, there you go.
That's an athlete right there. That's somebody. He's gonna have a lot of people wanting his services. So it'd be good. It's good Alabama can get him down there and hopefully create a package.
Oh man,
it's all about packages, Jack.
Yup. I can't wait to see him. It'd be awesome. Oh, bat the pass. Oh, he's running. He's doing a little Frank Tarkenton magic. Oh, there we go. Oh, he was running like he was Manziel. Oh, there we go. Boom.
Yeah.
Got
good in traffic. Yeah.
Oh, he's blocking. He's like, this is my house now.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. You can see that picture. That is a cornerback nightmare. Cornerback doesn't have a chance on that one. Look right here. All right. It's a little better chance. But yeah. Nightmare for a cornerback.
Oh, man. This is amazing right there. It's like
coming across that little square end route.
Ha. It's like, no, you're not getting me, good buddy. Oh, screen. Once again with the screen. Love it.
Defensive end.
Oh, he's like, no.
Got held and still got in there. Quarterback. Moving. Yeah, little athleticism right there. Outside linebacker. Ran through that block. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. He's oh, he knocked him down.
Cornerback nightmare, man. He's pushing him down. 6'6", 220.
Oh, he's running.
Yeah, that's not even fair.
Oh, strip sat. There we go. Boom. Oh, fumble. Oh, there we go. He's out doing some blocking. Boom. And there's a blocking yet again. Oh, this is my house now. That's what he's telling them. He's like, nope, this is my house.
Yeah.
Like this is my home. They're gonna need a wrecking ball throw me out. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good possibility. If we can't get him, we need somebody like him.
Agreed.
Matchup nightmares.
And we have some more good news on the recruiting front. Would you like to know what it is?
Tell me.
Well, Steve Wiltfong at On3 believes that there is a 60% chance that we get the number one CB, Mr. Jordan Edmonds, and Brett Greenberg believe from 247 Sports believes the same thing. There we go. Confidence level 60%. We get him to come on, he's good to go. Like he's gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm. Where's he from, Jack?
Well, let's take a look. He is from Marietta, Georgia. He went to school at high school he's at Sprayberry High School.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. And we've got some highlights of this young man from 247 Sports. Here we go. Boom. There he is. This young man's going to make magic.
Down. Let's see. Press man. So he's back in zone.
Boom.
Yeah.
But,
come up
sorry. You're in my house now. That's what he's telling him. There we go. He's playing a little wide receiver. Love it.
Wide receiver. Let's see. Speed. Whatever. Releases.
Boom! Touchdown.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right, so he's coming back up, press man. Up and run.
Oh, there we
Inside
go.
leverage. Okay.
He got it.
There we go. Let's see what we got here. All right, so he's going out. So they're going to use him a lot of press man. Got his hands out. Good. Running. Got his head around.
Yeet. Oh, he's running. He's running.
Yeah. Right there.
There
he is at the top. And so we got a little zone.
In the zone. Auto zone. Boom.
Good.
Oh,
somebody forgot to tackle me.
But no, not today. Not today. I'm in the red zone now.
So we got him right here. Let's see his hands. See if he gets the hands on him.
There we go.
He came off, yeah. Using the hands.
Yup.
Oh, is that him? Oh, he's out there. Now he's got his hands on him. Okay, now be an athlete. Run and get it. Run and get it. Up.
Yep. Just bit outside.
Do it out of bounds.
He got scared.
Yeah.
You got scared, Edmonds.
Coming up.
Boom.
All right.
And there he is, a receiver. He's watching for a signal. There we go. Oh, there we go. Little screen. Little screen. There we go. There we go.
Okay. Come on, cameraman.
Oh, there we go. Get it. Get it.
Oh, good cut. Good cut.
He cut on.
Yeah. Good cut on that one. I like that little jab step. All right, so we got a press man. Get your hand. I got his hands on him. Cut him loose. Oh.
Knock
So
it
they had
down.
a little something going on there on defense. They were swapping.
A little lay that
risky. All right, so now he's going soft. See him moving back up. See if hands on.
Boom. Boom.
Well, you got him center field. So
Now my house. There you go.
there we go. Good. Didn't let him cut it back.
There we go. There we go. He's watching. He's watching for a signal.
Block down, come up.
Boom.
Good. There we go.
Now my house.
All right. So looks like he read that pretty good. Block down, come up. All right, here he is. Get low and get lower. We can get lower. Shifting across. Closing speed. Good, right there. Closing speed.
He got scared. You got scared, Mr. Edmonds. Now he's waiting for a signal from his QB. Oh, there we go. He's
Good
running
jab.
back.
Did you see that little jab
Yeah.
step? That DB bought it big time. There's another little jab. See that guy? Go back, man. I had that DB. Oh, man. And he just punked him. You see that little jab step with that left foot?
Yeah.
That DB froze him, locked him down.
There we go.
Get your hands on him. Now run with him. 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 There we go.
Kickoff. There we go. He's going to make a huge return.
And the C's open. A good jab. See, a little jab step right there, too.
Oh.
Run with him. Run with him.
Nope.
All right. Wow. And he's got a lot of possibilities.
Oh, man. I cannot wait to see what he brings. It's gonna be awesome seeing what happens. Because I don't want to call it early, but I've got a good feeling we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him to come on in, on to Bama.
Yeah.
And of course, we have a top-notch running back from the class of 2027. Young man's name, Trenard Roberts.
Oh, it's an IMG guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is from Bradenton, Florida. He has previous offers from Auburn, Arkansas, Florida, Miami, Tennessee, and others. And come on to Bama. Don't go to Auburn, Tennessee. This is an offer that he's been working hard for. It is expected to serve as motivation for him. And he says, I've been building a great relationship with Coach G and working hard even with him at camp to get to this point. But the grind doesn't stop here. Roberts said and he's got his overall thoughts on the Crimson Tide. Great overall program, if not the best in college football history. Roberts told Touchdown Alabama when asked about how he felt about the Tide. He is 5'11", 195 pounds, tenacious runner out of the backfield, looks to fight for extra yards every time he touches football, and he is very, very explosive. Can't wait to see the sophomore highlights as soon as we get done with this little stupid ad that shows us it's like the wolf trying to get away from Droopy Dog, but he just can't avoid it. Can't avoid it. Okay, now we can skip the ad. There we go.
Like a little bit of this guy.
There we go. Oh, nice. Boom.
There. Okay. All right.
There we go. They're right. He's explosive. Who would you compare this young man to?
Let me look a little bit. Started. Boom. Oh, man, he's got that high. Oh, give me a second. Oh, that is.
Oh, he's explosive. Oh, he's fast. Boom! Touchdown. He's going to catch them all. It's like, nope, not today. Not on my field. Boom.
Oh, that's a Mark Ingram. That's a Mark Ingram right there.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a Mark Ingram.
Oh man, I love that.
His body looks like Ingram's, that low center of gravity, 5'10", 200, blah, 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 low center of gravity and just quick steps. You get up to get up to the line of scrimmage and you got the little shuffle steps, you can see right there how he shifts the direction or whatever. Yeah, that's a Mark Ingram.
Ooh.
Right there,
We
you
go.
can see that little pause step. And pretty physical.
There we go. Oh, he's running. He's running.
Yeah, a little hesitation, but yeah, yeah. Positive yards, good.
Let
A
me
lot
see.
of possible. Explodes right up in there.
He's running. Oh,
Hard to tackle.
I think it's 22 he's got on, just like Mark Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there it is. He's number 22, just like Mark Ingram. Oh man.
Oh yeah, I remember way back when Saban first came to town, and I remember seeing all these. I was looking at a lot of video, and I saw video of Mark Ingram in high school, and that reminds me a lot of what I saw with Mark Ingram. And Mark was what, I'm 5'9", 5'10", but I mean he was a load, and he had those little shifty feet, and could he could go boom straight up through there, or he could get up there if the hole was kind of plugged a little bit or whatever. He could do the little quick little steps and get out of it and go, but always making positive yards. It was rare you ever saw Ingram ever get tackled for a loss.
Yeah.
It was always positive yards, positive yards. So yeah, oh yeah, that's a good looking running back right there. And I like the size. You always debate the Derrick Henry big guy. And then you got the little squatty bodies, we always call them squatty bodies, 5'10", 200, and then, that kind of stuff. But when you throw somebody squatty body that is real powerful and can run right over you, kind of like Earl Campbell, but when you mix one that can make you miss, 5'10", 200, but got the shake and bake and can make you miss, adds a little interesting dynamic to it. So, yeah, that reminded me a lot of Ingram.
There we go. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun watching this young man, especially when he does commit. I don't want to sound overconfident and call it early, but I've got a good feeling he will commit to Bama. Not a matter of if, but when.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Agreed. Just don't be going to Tennessee or Auburn.
Yeah. Don't want to wear that orange.
Ew, that's god awful. Bah.
Ugly color.
That's ugly. It's terrible. But before we wrap up the show and tell everybody check out what's going on here and there, we got Bruce Seals commenting in the chat. Sorry about getting it 20 minutes late. We were making sure we're going over the recruiting updates. We apologize for that. He says, I hope the O-line is way better this year. They were sporadic a lot last year. I think Mac wins the job, but all three can do the job as long as the big dogs up front do their job. Couldn't agree more, Bruce.
I want to say who's going to be left tackle.
Exactly. Because we got him.
I left tackle. That was awful last year. It was awful. Left tackle.
Terrible.
I'm just glad Jalen still has teeth.
I know, right? It's like, you can say that again, brother.
I'm glad he still has teeth. Live to see another day. So we got the draft coming up. Won't be long.
Man. Oh, man. I just want to know who the draft steals are going to be.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and all these predictions and everything. Well, Jack, are you gonna miss me?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You got a little trip coming up, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll leaving and headed to Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, old Yugoslavia.
There you go.
Headed that way. I'll be on a plane, next week.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Zoom, zoom,
Go,
zoom.
going going on a little trip.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So I've been looking forward to it, and I've been a lot of places. I was, I don't know. I just started thinking, and gosh, I've been a lot of places and stuff like that over the last few years, and but never been a lot of places, in Europe. Obviously the big ones, Paris, Rome, London, but then a lot of places like Luxembourg and Bruges and Belgium and just a lot of Budapest. Been to Prague and the Czech Republic, but I've not been to the old Yugoslavia, so I'm looking forward to it. And so
yeah.
be on the road. Maybe I can send some little photographs and maybe you can show. But I'll be in Serbia with Belgrade and then going to Sarajevo in Bosnia, Herzegovina, and then finally down on the coast in Dubrovnik in Croatia.
There we go.
Then from Dubrovnik back to Serbia, Belgrade. So in and out. So y'all
Well,
wish me luck. Maybe, hopefully, we've had all these air catastrophes. We'll
well,
keep our fingers crossed.
oh yeah. Well, before we before we really sign off, you tell everybody to check out Crimson Tide Live on your favorite audio platform: Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. That you can check out the audio version, which will be released later tonight. You're gonna have a wonderful ride listening to Alabama Crimson Tide Live on Alabama with the Voice of College Football, and it is such a fun. It is so fun checking it out on audio. But also, what else is fun? And we can tell everybody in Yugoslavia about the magic that the Voice of College Football @/Twitter account brings. You got top discussion, debate, analysis with no off season. The Voice College Football account. There's our friends Garrison and Ryan. They are live right now with the Ohio State Primetime Live show. Here we are. We're breaking the fourth wall yet again. And you got Matthew Miller, Gerald Goodridge bringing that magic on Longhorns Live. Our buddy Cam Underwood from State of the U bringing that Miami magic, giving his take on the Miami Pro Day. Our buddy Mark Rogers, guest star tonight on Corn Nation with Minnie Hunt in about 35 minutes. And Steve Hellwagon bringing that magic. And we see that Stephen M. Smith from the Bama Standard, a friend of the Voice College Football, joining Mark to discuss his take on the spring update by the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. And of course, there's the Voice College Football Instagram account. Let's get it up to 1,000, 10,000 followers. And what we have here are the bowl game heroes in the BCS era. Ben Shum bringing that magic in the 06 Rose Bowl. Matt Liner bringing that magic in the 05 Orange Bowl. Derek Harvey bringing that magic against the Buckeyes on Fox in 06. Tommy Frazier smacking those Florida Gators off the face of the earth. And you got the national championship collection since 2000. Which is the most impressive to you? You decide all right there on Instagram. Let's get it rocking and rolling. And of course, there's the YouTube invite. If you want to become a YouTube member of Alabama with the Voice College Football, the invite is there. And it will be there in the chat. You will be seeing top-notch editions. And let me tell you, it's going to be a wild ride. And Johnny, what magic have you got going on in Yugoslavia and much, much more?
Oh, I'm be all over it, man. It's just so ancient. I mean, it's so old, and gonna go where was it King Ferdinand? Ferdinand was assassinated that triggered World War One. That was in Sarajevo. We're staying at a residence there that's right there across the bridge where he was assassinated, and then going down to Dubrovnik, which is an ancient fortified city there on the coast of Croatia, and then Serbia, going out to Belgrade, and it's just gonna be fun. It's just it was a hidden gem that when it was Yugoslavia and under communist control, and people couldn't go in and visit and all that kind of stuff because they had all the military, and then you had the war there in the 90s that kind of broke it up, and everybody wanted their independence. So it's one of those places that's kind of a hidden gems, ancient, just old, and it's mountainous, and get to go through the mountains and all that kind of stuff. So it's just going to be interesting. I'll bring some pictures back, and we'll post a couple of them. I'll have my little Voice of College Football logo.
There you go, man. I think Mark will definitely love that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We're loving that. Like we're going to get everybody in Yugoslavia coming on in, checking out Voice College Football.
Anyway, it's I've been wanting to go for a long time. I've been a lot of places, but been wanting to go.
There you go, man. There you go. And of course, you can check me out on Jackson Johnson 979, where I have my show, The Jacksonian, on there. And tomorrow I'll be filming episode 65 with the co-host of Ole Miss Live and the production coordinator of College Game Day herself, Ruby Dreyer Finley, as we go over what inspired her get in sports media, the Ole Miss Rebels in football and basketball, including the second ever trip to the Sweet 16 in school history with that victory over Iowa State. And for more updates on what's going on my side, on the Jacksonian, and what I've got going on for Alabama Voice College Football with Coach Birch, Jeffrey Only Talk Sports, and friends on the channel, check them out on Jackson VOCFB on /Twitter, and on Instagram and threads at Jackson Johnson 543908. And with that being said, we wish you all a happy Monday night, and for you to stay safe, stay cool, stay away from the pollen and the ragweeds, because I got to tell you, the spring, I hate the spring, hate the pollen, hate the ragweeds, I just don't like it. But on the bright side, there's a piece of rain coming in. So
rain will wash it all away.
There we go. And like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss another video whatsoever. And roll Tide!